Well, good Sunday morning. Just after 4 o'clock. A little bit chilly out here. Not enough for the heat. It's real damp. Humidity's way up. Let me show you all something. I got this in the other day to do a repair. Now this is an old US, it says USN, I'm assuming that's US Navy. Colonial Prov RI, which Providence, Rhode Island. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. I have no idea how old this is. I hadn't looked it up. I will before I get done with it. Now this handle is more than likely a material they used to use called Delrin. And, pretty cool little knife. But you notice that big chunk out of it. And right here it is all boogered up. A little bit of evidence right there. At one time somebody had put this down and beat on it with something. Do not beat on knives with hammers and pliers. I'm not even a fan of beating on them with a stick, that batoning thing. I don't know where that came from. If you do, you will ruin a good knife like this. But we're going to fix it. I'm going to grind it. This might not be the exact shape. I'm going to grind it and bring it back up. Have some kind of shape. I don't know what you would call it, but it will function. It will be a good knife again. And then of course I'll clean it real good, buff it down, and re-gun blue it, because I believe it was a black blue color in the beginning. Then I'll build a sheath for it and send it back to its new home. Now the fellow that sent me this is not the one that did that. He told me that, so I'm not yelling at you, bud. I'm really not yelling at anybody. I'm just saying it's not good to beat on knives with stuff. Especially if you get a good one. Now, if you get a Chinese junker from Walmart, beat on it with whatever you want to, because it's going to break anyway. There. How's that for a Sunday morning rant? Alright. I gotta wait a little bit more. I don't want to start cranking up the grinders and all just yet, because I'm sure Mama can hear it in the house and I'll wake her up and I'll be in trouble again. So I got some other stuff to do. I'll see y'all later on today. I'll get as much done today as I can before I get roped into going to town, which I probably will. Alright. It's about 8:30. I got a lot done in about 4 hours or so. I'll show you what I got accomplished this morning so far, and that'll be the end of this video, because I'll do the tomahawk handle by itself on a different one. Alright, the broken chip blade I showed you. I built a nice sheath for it. I dyed it black. There you go, right there. Alright, now this can be worn left-handed or right-handed. Snap, fits in there very securely. I'll show you what I did with the blade. How's that look? What I did, I added a finger choil. And I took the material off. It has a very slight sweep down and then comes back. So it's still a very usable knife. Looks really good, I think. I like that shape. And I cleaned the blade real good. Sanded it with some real fine sandpaper and re-blued it. It's 2 coats of gun blue. Now this knife is ready to go back to work. Actually, these military knives are only made for one thing, but this will also be good. You know, butcher your deer or something like that with it. The snap fits very tight. It will loosen up as it gets used a little bit. But we got the maker's mark, the flag, and the American Eagle on the back. What do you think? Now I know I'm going to get asked. No, this is not mine. This is not for sale. I'm going to send this back tomorrow, tomorrow morning. This and that other item. I'll send that back to you. If I were going to sell it, just like it is right now, I would say $90 at least, maybe $100. But just in case you was wondering, you did make a good investment, I think. But that's that. Now, the other day when I showed the Royal Gamblers, I had a fellow wanted one that I'd already sold. And I had this other one almost finished. All I had to do was finish up the handles. And that was already done. I put another coat of sealer on it this morning, let it dry. So there it is. Maple handle. Now this maple is a scrap of that curly maple that I had a good while back. One little piece I had left, and that's the handle material I used on it. So this one will come out to you tomorrow morning as well. Leather thong. And I use the leather thong when I've got leather. I don't always have this, but I pick it up every now and again here and there, because that is very, very expensive. It's worse than regular leather if you really figure it in. Alright, so these two will go out in the mail tomorrow. And I've got to get busy on that hawk. Let's answer one more question that I keep getting from some of y'all. Do you ever stop? No, I don't. And there is a reason behind that. I think I've told this story before, but I'm going to tell you again right quick, since this will be a short video anyway. When my mom and dad retired, they worked together. They owned a little grocery store. They moved right out here next to us. We was already here. My dad basically sat in the recliner and died because he didn't have a job to go to. He was retired. He didn't want to garden. He never has liked fishing and hunting and all that. He didn't. I've basically self-taught how to do that kind of stuff, along with some of my grandfather helped me with the fishing part. But after just a few years, he sat there and died. And my mother had been taking care of him because he'd had a couple little health problems, and that was her purpose, was taking care of him. And he died. She lasted less than a year, and then she died. My wife's mother, for years, sat in that chair, sat in that recliner. Finally got her house that she wanted and all that. She sat there, would not go outside, would not go to the store, sat there and watch that TV. She died. Alright, and then her dad, my father-in-law, he didn't have a lot to do because he couldn't take care of her anymore. So he basically sat down in the chair and didn't do nothing, and died. And I see myself, if I sit in that recliner, it won't take me long and I won't be here, because I can't do it. I've seen it. I cannot do it. I can't sit around the house and rest. Like today's Sunday. I usually try to rest on Sunday or take Mama to town or something. But even if just going to town, I've got to do something. I cannot just sit. I can't sit and relax, contemplate on what I'm going to do 2 weeks from now. I can't go in a store and stay in there 2 hours. I got to go in and get what I need and get out. If I don't need nothing, I ain't going in there. And that's just me. And that's why I stay so busy in the shop. And weather permitting, I get, stay busy outside. Pardon me. And I try to stay as active as I possibly can, because I've seen it happen 4 times. And it ain't going to happen to me. I mean, maybe you can understand that, maybe not. I don't know. I understand it. But anyway. Alright, not to end on a downer. I am happy. Happy as I can be. My brain is just going all the time. And now I'm going to take these inside to the shipping area. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to split this wood for the tomahawk handles. And who knows what else we'll do today. Maybe have to go to town still. Don't know yet. But anyway, I thank y'all for watching. I thank you for your support. Get up and get busy. and I will see y'all next couple of days with my homemade Band-Aids.